What's up, traders? It's Life of Human Rights again on your screens. And in this particular video, I'm going straight to give a market overview of what I'm basically seeing on the market, right, for this week, right? So I have some couple of pairs that we'll be diving through to see what we have for this week, right? So, firstly, I have GBP USD over here. But right before I do anything, let's go on to the DSY dollar index and then let's look at where the dollar index is probably heading to or might be heading to this week, right? So we have this thing over here. We can see on the monthly time frame we are seeing something over here, right? Uh, right, we can see on the monthly time frame the dollar index is on a buy trend, right? We can basically see that, and let's take a good look at something that the dollar index is trying to show us on the daily time frame, right? We can see that the dollar index actually is on the downtrend in a buy trend, right? Kind of a correction, right? We can see price doing something over here, kind of a correction to move to the upside, right? We can also see that. So looking at the market this way, on the monthly time frame, you know that price is on a buy trend, right? We can see higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and we have market is now on our support. So market can probably hope and then enter this zone for a buy on the DXY. But we have to see what the market is trying to tell us. So now let's come back to the daily time frame and then let's see something, right? So this is basically how I do it. Now on the daily time frame, you can see that the market has a trend that is trying to make over here, right? We can see that the market has been trending downwards, lower lows, lower highs, right? And we can see the market coming into this zone and has dropped back into our support zone, right? There is the possibility that market can come back and then break this level and then give us a higher high, higher low to the upside, right? This also can happen in this week. And also looking, we can see that price has basically given us a daily candle to the downside, right? And the reason why we have this green line drawn over here is because we know that price has broken this support and now a resistance, right? This was once a support, right? You can see it over here on the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, we can see this over here was a support, right? Was a support, was a support. We can see it over here, right? We can see this zone, right, being a support. We have our support and a resistance. So that means this zone was basically a resistance, right? Price got to this zone and fell. Now price broke our resistance, making it a support. Now price is on our support zone and has broken with a daily candle, right? We cannot see that happening. So quickly, let's get back to the 1 hour time frame and then let's look at what DXY wants to show us, right? Let's look at what DXY wants to show us this week. So basically looking at this market, there's two things that can happen. Now we can see price acting has correction, an impulse move and a correction which is happening, right? So price can move from this zone straight to the upside to make higher highs over here on this zone. Price can do that basically. So looking at DXY, without going further, what I'm basically going to do now is that let's go to the 4 hour time frame and then let's see stuff clear over here. So on the 4 hour, we have things clear over here. Things are a bit clearer over here. Right, we can see market playing over here. We can see this juicy drops over here, and then price had some choppy movements over here. it chopped a lot of people and then dropped back down and then got into our support, right? Our support. Now price has broken our support and then it's also ranging. So now price, if price breaks this green zone, I'm waiting for a retest over here. Then we enter for sales on all USD pairs, right? And GBP USD will also be buying as well. But now what I'm basically seeing is that price price is on our resistance, our support trend line, right? This trend line was supported, and we have our resistance trend line over here. So looking at something, we can see that price has been respecting this support trend line, and then we have to work that carefully, right? But if price is able to break below this zone, if price is to break below this zone and then give us a retest, we are going to sell back down because we know that price is now in a downtrend after it broke our previous support, turning it into a resistance. So that is what I'm seeing on DXY, right? That's what I'm seeing on DXY. If price is able, right? If price is able to break this new zone and gives us a retest over here, a clear retest, we are going to enter sales to the downside, right? But if price also does not do so and then gives us a push, because we are in the kind of a downtrend now on the 4-hour time frame, we will wait for price to give us a clear push to the upside, then we do something about it. But without doing so much, let's go into GBP USD, right? Let's go to GBP USD and see what is trying to happen this week, right? So on the monthly time frame, we can see that GBP USD has been on the downward trend, right? We can see this happening, a big down happening, right? And now price on our support, right? We can see that price is basically on our support on the monthly time frame. Sorry, price is on our support. We can see that over here. Price is on our support now with a monthly candle above our support region. But now price has really been doing a lot over there. Now let's go to the daily time frame. We know that price is in a downtrend, and then on the daily time frame you can see what price is basically doing over here. Watch closely. We can see that price is in a buy move, right? We can see that price is basically in a buy, some sort of buy, but in a downward trend. We have this happening, right? Price can basically come and then a down move, correction, and then a down move, right? To make lower lows. But now we can see that price is active, right? We can see that price is basically coming way back up, giving us a retest on our support zone and giving us a higher high over here. So now basically what I'm looking for this week is that price being able to kind of respect a zone like this to the downside, or better still breaking that zone. Alright, better still breaking that zone, giving us a retest, cool retest, and then we'll buy way up to the upside, right? This is also what I'm looking at on GBP USD buys, or and looking at the source, we can see that price is basically above our support level. Price is basically above our support level. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame and let's look at things a bit clearly, right? We can see something over here, right? Price had a choppy week over here. That was last week. Price was moving badly, and then it took a lot of people out, right? If you are a trader, swing trading, a lot of stuff, you probably hit stop loss and stuff, right? So we can see that price is basically here, and we know that price is above our support level, making it it's above our resistance level, making it a support now. So what we are looking at now is that price should be able, right? Price should be able to break this kind of a resistance line over here and give us a clear retracement, and then we enter our buys to the upside, right? This is what we are looking for now, because we can see that there is a resistance over here, and price has really respected that a lot. We can see that price came up, retested, went up, there was a news, price couldn't break, price dropped, price is basically here. So we are waiting for price to break, give us a good retest, then we buy way up to the upside. Now price can better still do some sort of a down move, because we know that we are basically in a downtrend, and price can probably do a down move, right? So what I'm going to do if price is going to sell is that I will wait for price to come back down and give us a nice retest over here before we enter ourselves to the downside, right? Because I basically don't trade in the zone, right? If price was in the zone, I am not going to trade, right? If price was in this zone, example, if price was in this zone, I'm not going to trade, right? If price is above, I will enter my buys, right? And look forward for price to give us a retest, then we enter our buys over here. Way simpler, right? Because in the zone, we don't know what price wants to do, where price wants to go. So now that price is above our resistance, making it a support, we are going to make sure we look for buys instead of sells, right? So this is what I'm looking on GBP USD. GBP USD should be buying to the upside if only it breaks this line over here, which is our resistance we are looking at. So let's go to USD chef. USD chef, we can see on the daily time frame that USD chef has been on a downtrend, and then we all know that price move from zones to zones. Now price is basically moving from, we know that price is moving from zones to zones. So what's happening? Price is moving from zone to this zone, right? And we know that price is here and price is giving us some stuff. So we are hoping that price breaks this kind of a support over here, support line, which is this black line over here, and then price gives us a down move to the downside. This is what we are looking at now. So looking at this bigger picture, now let's come back to the 4-hour time frame, and then let's look at what the market is trying to do now. Look at what the market is trying to do now. All right. So we can see the bigger picture over here. We can see the bigger picture over here. We have seen that price is basically on the downtrend, and we can see that price has been respecting this support, respecting this support, respecting this support, and price is at our higher high, right? Higher low, waiting for price to drop back to our lower low. Wait over here, give us a retest, and then we drop way back to the downside. This is what we are basically seeing. But better still, we can have a clear picture of what is happening. But what we know is that this black line is also a support level which has been respected a couple of times. So now price is basically here, and then we know that price is in a downtrend, and then we have to be looking for sales on USD CHF. So what I'm basically going to do is that this is not a higher probability trade, because the trade has already played out, but we have to be looking for good trades to take, right? We can be looking at nice setup. If price breaks this kind of a support zone and then gives a retest over here, we are going to look for it to sell to this zone. Better still, this support level will be respected, right? So we are going to watch how USD plays, right? So this is what I have on USD right? We are waiting for price to break either levels, and then we know what to do now, because price is not really giving us clear routes on this trade. But there is more momentum to the downside to create a lower low. This can happen, right? So let's come back to gold. We can see gold has been acting wonderfully. Gold is in a buy trend crazily as I've drawn simple trade setup. You can see gold making wonders. Now, why am I saying that gold is still in a buy trend? We can see that gold moves from zones to what? Zones. Now gold is moving from this zone to this zone, right? And better still move further up and then make other zones here. So this is what I'm basically looking at. I am bullish on gold, right? I'm very bullish on gold. Looking at gold, I'm very bullish on gold. So what I'm going to basically do is that I'll wait for gold to actually come back. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame, right? Well, quick, you can see gold playing over here. We have a resistance trend line, a support trend line, sorry, over here, and price is actually above it, right? So we are waiting for price to give us a cool test over here, or better still here, right? This place would be of better good buy setups, and then we head up to the. So but if we see price up like this, right, we know that price will basically be having some kind of a ranges over here. So if you are a swing trader, you have to get yourself out of this. You leave this for the scalp traders or day traders to enjoy, and then we catch our trades over here when price fully breaks after kicking people out in their trades. We enter over here and then we make our big gains, right? So this is what I'm looking up for. um XAU USD, a bit of a retracement down here before big push over here. So we will be looking forward to catch the small sells. If price is able to give us, we will enter, right? So basically, let me give another trade setup for the last pair. I think USD, no, Australian. Right, I've been looking at a pair for some, just GBP CHF. I've been looking for this pair for some couple of times, right? And we know that this pair is basically in a buy trend, right? Is in a buy trend. Looking at the monthly time frame, we can see that this trade is moving, right? And this trade is moving, right? And this trade is currently moving from a support zone and now moving to either come here or even break above, give us a retest and then enter the zone quickly, right? So looking at this, we know that we are in the buy trend. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, we have to be catering for what buy moves happen on GBP future. Now looking at this, we can see I've been looking at this pair a couple of times. I was able to take this was last week. Price is really choppy basically price is about the move this forward and now price is retracing with that same choppy movement onto this zone of better still region. So we have something we are looking at over here as traders, right? I'm looking at some couple of stuffs over here. I'm waiting for price to take people out, right? Take people out, take people out, take people out, and then we better still buy above this zone and then enter into this whole zone over here. This price is able to break and then give us a retest and then move to the upside. So this is what I'm looking at now, and this can this can happen quickly, right? I'm bullish. I'm very bullish on GBP future. Now I'm seeing that price can come, right? I'm seeing that price can hopefully come here and then give us a push to the upside, right? So this is what I'm looking at. Thanks for watching this YouTube video, and this is the end of this YouTube video. please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, right? For the YouTube algorithm. So this being the end of this YouTube video, this is how I analyze my trades before we enter or the market is being open. So thanks for watching. This is Life of Hebron. Stay safe.